Here we are, probably the very last time that I'll review a BSP controller on the channel. This is the BSP D8 Plus. It just came out. Now, it looks very much like the D8 and D8 Pro, but there are some key differences which I'll address in this video, and I'll also address why it's going to be my last BSP product. Let's follow the regular process, at least to how far I can extend it, which if you're familiar with my videos, I'm not going to be able to take this all the way, but just like the rest of it, I'll explain why. Now, I did buy this one with my own money. I bought it from AliExpress. It cost me 45 Canadian, so that's approximately 35-ish US. It's a little less expensive than what I actually paid for the D8 Pro. But as far as the ergonomics and overall feel of the plastic, it feels very similar, but it has some key differences. The D-pad can no longer be swapped. The buttons are now flat. They feel about as good though. I would say the triggers don't have like those weird dots or lines. So that feels maybe a little bit better here. Let's jump straight in. Oh, actually, before we do, the other things that are included in the box is a Type-C to Type-A cable, very simple, and a bunch of stick caps. You have 4 different sets, including the ones that comes pre-installed on the controller. You have one that is pretty much like a PlayStation mushroom cap style, but maybe not as pronounced. You have one that resembles what you find on Joy-Cons, but it has a slightly larger radius. And one with a ridge, but the middle is slightly convex, whereas you have another one, the ones pre-installed, have a ridge, but the middle is slightly concave. The sticks are Hall effect, so are the triggers. Your bumpers are tactile, your D-pad is tactile, your face buttons are micro switch. You have 2 extra buttons in the back. There's no hair triggers or anything like that. It stretches up to a little over 240 millimeters. You have a turbo, home, select start. This will be mode to change a couple of things, as well as this button that can also be used to capture but also make some changes. And you have a switch for your mode. One is essentially an Android HID / screen mapping mode. The other one is an X input. The other one is MFI, but really what it is a DualShock 4. And the last one is a switch. And the big thing, if you know about the D8 Pro, you'll know that usually it is a Bluetooth controller, much like the D8 Pro has that spring action middle here. And you notice now that there's a USB-C. And the big thing with this one is that you can actually hide the USB-C and use it as a Bluetooth controller. Straight into why I cannot be using this. For some reason, I had this for approximately 3 days. The first day that I tried it, I took out the USB-C, plugged it on the phone, and it worked great. Unfortunately, I didn't capture footage. Ever since that time, I have been trying to plug it to a phone or whatever else device using this USB-C. It doesn't work anymore. And before I go any further, it never worked on PC, whether I connected through here or used a female USB-C to connect through here. It never worked on my PC for some reason. And now it doesn't work on a phone. So I don't know what to say, but I feel like what might have happened is this is really hard to take out of its little cove here. What you have to do is push down. Let me see if the other angle is a little bit better. Yeah, so you want to push down right here. And as you push down, you want to, find a way to pull this out. And it's very hard because you sort of have to fit your nail right here. And it's kind of hard to do without blocking the view. But yeah, and then you want to slowly pull it out. And every time I do, I hear this weird sound and I feel like something's breaking. And you know what? I think it did. I think it did, because it doesn't matter what I do. This thing refuses to work wired. It's connected. The light flickers. Doesn't matter that I change the modes. Nothing happens. Like, the color changes, but the controller remains unresponsive on the device. Usually I'd be able to navigate, and the app doesn't also see it. Now, one thing I will mention, if you watched my review of the N01 and N02, you'll know that one thing that I praise these controllers for is when using wired, because really the N01 and N02 only work wired, you have something called a Call of Duty mode, which spoofs a backbone controller. And it's great because on Android, now that doesn't apply for iPhone users. On Android specifically, you cannot use a wired controller to play Call of Duty Mobile, except a Backbone 1. And what these controllers do is they spoof as a Backbone 1. Now, this mode exists in the software for the D8 Plus, but even if you try to switch to that mode, it's not gonna work. It's just like you see it, the option is there, you click on it, it does nothing basically, it doesn't change modes, and if you go to Call of Duty Mobile, it also doesn't work. So, you know, for those out there that are looking to get this potentially for Call of Duty Mobile, there's other reasons why you probably wouldn't want to go for that one. But one thing specific, if you want to buy this for Call of Duty Mobile thinking you can play wired, you cannot. However, you're still going to be able to play using Bluetooth, which let's do that because that still works. And to do that, we'll do it on the Switch. So I'm just going to put this aside. You know, I feel like, yeah, that's kind of a cool touch. If you use that a lot with the Switch 1 or Switch 2, or you want to use that. It has rumble, it has gyro, it even has gyro redirection. So in terms of features, you know, I feel like it has enough to work with. Okay, there it is. The vibrations, yep, there it is. Oh, and by the way, the layout doesn't switch. So A is really at the bottom, and B is really to the right. And as far as the manual goes, there are no options. Oh, geez, what is going on? Okay, well, first you probably hear the rumble. Oh, no, you don't. Wow, this microphone is a beast. 1 second. Needless to say, this thing is obnoxious as hell. All right, it's terrible. Oh my gosh, it is terrible. But beyond that, it was moving on its own. What is going on with this? 1 second, let me see if it still does it. Why was he rolling on its own? What the heck? Whenever I touch a button, he just starts rolling. Donkey is not supposed to do that. Okay, well, you know what? Yeah, it was working fine the first day. I don't know what it is right now. This controller is completely broken. And because I cannot connect it to the app, I have no way to like reset it. I don't know if... Maybe it was trying to put that COD mode that glitched it like that. I don't understand what's going on, but it is not working. Now, I was able to use it approximately 2 days, so I got a good idea. I guess I can tell you about it a little bit, and that's why like it's going to be a short video for the most part. The sticks are okay, but you know, it's a $35 controller. It's not meant for shooters. In a pinch, sure, but for platformers, convenience, I think it was just nice because it does so much at so little. Has nice ergonomics, very bad rumble, but it's there. You know, it works great on iPhones, Androids, Switch 1, Switch 2. Technically, it's supposed to work on a PC, so like if it behaved as it should, I would have recommended it because it's an easy throw in the bag, forget that it's there, and always have something at... Okay, I'm gonna go crazy with this rumble. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it's so easy to always have a solution with this controller, assuming that it works. But look, it's not my first BSP, and it's not my first BSP that has quality control issues. And so it makes me believe that, yeah, I guess I was lucky on the first couple of ones, because it's been absolutely terrible since, or they're cutting corners because, I don't know, they can't deal with the costs, upfront costs of R&Ding products. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I guess consider this a PSA. This controller, don't buy it. Don't. It's not worth it. Any of the N series or controllers that came after that, just don't buy it. It's not worth it. Now, the other ones that I purchased before, the D8 Pro, the D9, the D10S, and D11S, they've worked fine, but everything after... Actually, you know what? That's not true. The N01 was decent for the price. It was the last good BSP controller. Everything I tried after that has been an absolute mess. So yeah, I would recommend that you stay away from this one. I'm sorry, this is a very basic video. There's not a whole lot of things that I can go into, but yeah, this product is just not working, and I tried troubleshooting it for like an hour. I have given this all the energy that I had to give. So yeah, this is my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have comments, make sure to drop them in the comment box, and to hit a like if that was helpful in any way, and to subscribe to not miss any future content. My name is Clef. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see. Oh, and before I forget, I need to make a habit of this. Thank you to all the members on the channel. This is greatly appreciated. And yeah, thanks for being part of this journey and this effort to bring you more valuable content. And so yeah, my name is Clef, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.